Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode we built these rocket base and rocket booster here. And got the landing legs and did a little bit of testing on the booster. Overall pretty successful. Alright, well this episode I want to work on the launch tube over here. We need to dig down further to be able to get the rocket into it. So we might have to go really deep. Because we've got to get this rocket down in there. And then we've got to be able to get the cargo on top of it. And then a habitation module on top of that. And then the command module on top of that. And then in between are these rings. Which, now that I look at that, that ring looks awfully large. But maybe it'll look better once the booster's on. But let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, one thing we need to do before we get too far is I never actually put the booster back on the rocket, so we probably should check that it actually fits. Let's see, we had a control panel around here somewhere. There you are. Alright, landing legs. The hinges, I guess I can hide those, right? Did I not have the pistons on here? Oh, I do. I'm just not calling them landing, apparently. Okay, reverse those up, and then reverse those in. You know, and somebody suggested putting hinges on the base plates so those mag plates actually hit the ground, and I guess we could probably do that. We do have room for it. I didn't think we had space, but yeah, we might end up doing that. We'll see. Let's see, we need to do the same for you. You might get a little tippy though. Where is an access? There we go. Now let's retract the pistons. You're going a little sideways. Why is that? What are you doing? Oh, it's landing leg. Locked on. That would be why. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Oh no! Bonk. Well, I'm glad it's not full of fuel, because that could have been bad. Where are you guys? Are you gonna leave us alone? I guess just those two. Must have been further out. Nope, one over there. Where in the world? Why am I hearing him hit, but I can't see him? This is rude. Okay, well, I guess we gotta pick you up. Huh. How in the world am I gonna grab this guy and get it to pitch? I don't think this guy has enough thrust to stay upward. Maybe we'll extend the legs out again. Alright, unlock. Ooh! Okay. Whew. We're gonna careen into the ground there. That worked. Okay. How am I gonna get the booster in there? I guess I gotta have a front grabber. We're gonna go like this. Let's get enough for a landing gear. Where are you? There you are. Oh. I didn't know you could attach to that. Cool. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh. Does it not grab onto half blocks? Look at that. I didn't know that was a thing. Guess we can grab it by the thruster. There we go. Now we can lift it up. Now we can retract those legs. Pistons reverse, hinges reverse. Now, can we get this guy in with the top on there? We'll find out. Actually, can I get it in here with the height? Because it's the same height as the rocket, so we might be in the floor. That could be bad. Oh, these are off. Probably have those on. Maybe I should reposition, because we're awfully twisted here. Let's level off and try it again here. Oh, there we go, it snapped in. Okay, it does meld on. That's good. Somebody in the comments had said that these struts were in the way for it to merge on, and I was a little worried because, yeah, we didn't even test it when we ended the last episode, so glad that fits in there. Alright, now the question is does it come off? If I turn you off, and I turn you off, does it unmerge? Yes, it appears to. Oh, that's right. This was going to be the connector here into that ring for the booster. So, since we don't have that, we should be clear of any type of magnetism. Now, do you come out? Hey, it comes out. Look at that. Okay, so I think we want to do hinges out, legs down, legs out. Oh, I guess I should have done legs out first. Okay, that's a little close. Oops. Alright, now we need to dig this hole way deeper than it is. Alright, let's plan this out again a little bit. We were going to have the cargo module in here. That was going to be... there it is. This guy was going to be down here. So that's going to have to get pushed on top of that rocket there. But we also want a like habitation module and another ring to be put on top of that. So we want that guy to come down even further, like we put the cargo on and then we drop the rocket down even more. So this is going to be the cargo. Maybe this will be the ring, this will be the habitation, and then like this one will be the top command. I don't know if this is the best way to design it. I wonder if I should do a crane. I mean, I have a gantry right there, but I could do a crane on top of this building right here that grabs some of the parts and pulls them up out of the way. That might be an option too. Alright, let's take that off and let's start digging a hole. Yeah, this guy can go nearly vertical. We just don't have any down thrust, so it can't really like keep itself from going that direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get down there, so we need at least, what, 12? Okay, and then we'll have another one for this, which was 1, 2, 3 tall is all. And the ring is, yeah, basically 1 tall, a little bit more. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 for that, 1 for the ring, or 1.5 for the ring maybe. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the habitation, another ring, and then our command module on the top of that, which should probably be only like 3 or 4 tall. Ow, that sounded harsh. Hopefully we didn't break anything. Calm down, block. At least they're not as aggressive as Space Engineers 2. I don't know what it is, but you can drop blocks and blow up your whole base right at the moment. I'm pretty sure it's a bug, but it's amusing. Wow, that's going to be a really tall rocket. I guess I didn't realize it was going to be that big. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but dang. We need to go down 17 at least, and then the pistons on top of that. I wonder if I should create a nerd pole so we can use a projector, so I can actually see what I'm doing here. That might be the way. All right, there we go. Now we got something we can project down to help us drill. Let's take a blueprint of this. Rocket hole guide, why not? All right, let's get a projector down here. Do I have projectors on me? No, it should go here. All right, there we go. Now, where are we? We gotta come forward. There. Horizontal over 1. And then looks like we need to come down a bunch. Vertical. There we go. Positive. Okay. There we go. There's a guide. All right. Let's get digging. There we go. We have a very deep rocket launch tube. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, that's really deep. I mean, I guess that's how tall we're going to build the tower. It feels off. It feels like it's a little bit much. I guess the only other way around it is we put something up here to build the rocket, but I think I'm good with that. It's only going to come up a little bit anyway, so like we're going to load on here with the person, and the command module is going to be right here. So it's only going to stick out of the hole this much when it's launching, and then the rest will be below there. So when it's up, we'll probably have like some tubes or something in here for like exhaust or something. Not that it needs it, just to look cool. All right, then we need some type of elevator, so it's going to be even deeper than that because we're going to get some pistons in there. So that's going to be a whole thing. Let's see, we went up 17, and so each piston does 4. So that's at least 4 pistons. 5 pistons, I guess, at 2 tall, so we need to go down another 10 blocks. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. Which means I can probably just project this down another 10, right? So instead of 19, we'll go to 29. That'll work. And then we'll just dig down even further. All right, then let's save some material and use half blocks on the way down. I probably should have built the template that way, and then we could have just welded it up, but, you know, whatever. All right, let's fly this guy down into the hole. Ooh. Dampeners aren't on. That was nearly dangerous. You know, I think I'll probably just leave him at the top of the hole, because I need to put some pistons in here. Let's get rid of you.
Inventory
Of course, I filled my inventory with a bunch of steel. Hopefully I can get away with just the one in the center. I mean, I guess I could do like multiple around the side like this. I guess it'd be in here like this. I feel like with inertial tensors, we should be okay with the one in the center. It's only 5 tall. That's not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Now, I don't think I can get in here with the lobster, but I guess we can try it. Oop. Can't even turn around in here with the lobster. Yeah, there's no way that's going to help. I guess maybe I can get one welded up. There we go. We'll just hover him there, and we'll get the rest. Alright, let's see. This is going to be this way. Yes, that's how the tunnel is. So how do we want to do this? I mean, I guess we could just do there. See, we can get away with this, right? Yeah, that'll work. And then we get one of these. Oh. Oh, really? I can't place that? Okay, it's the walls that are getting in the way. There we go. That's a pretty good elevator right there. It's about as close as we can get it. I like it. We should be able to operate it right here, right? There we go. Rocket lift. Let's give these a really slow up speed. Let's try that. Oh yeah, that feels like a good speed for a rocket sitting on it. And we'll see what level it brings us up to, if I did my math right. Oops. Didn't grind out that all the way. Well, let's clear more of the hole here, and let's repair the elevator. But, now that I'm looking at it, I think it's too tall. Because we don't need to come up this high. The thruster is going to be on here. It needs to be below where that cargo can go on. I guess the only thing is there will be the cargo on the top here, and then another ring, and then the habitation module. And the habitation module needs to be flush with this guy to be able to mount on there. So maybe we'll just keep that other piston because maybe we need it to come up. No, there's no way we need to come up that high, right? Yeah, I don't think we need the elevator that high, but we'll keep that 5th piston just in case. It's like 4.5 or 4 1/4, and we don't want to get stuck. Well, when this guy is on the landing pad, we don't want the legs extended because the boosters are going to be on, so that doesn't need to be there. Is this getting more ingrained with each other? They're moving, aren't they? That's fun. Well, hopefully they don't drift off weirdly. Yeah, basically we need a cradle for this guy to be able to hold it in place. How big are you? Well, you're 5 there. Okay, so it's 3 blocks wide, and then there are these little bumps. Alright, let's see. The booster's going to be here, and here, and here, and here. See, and then this is where the rocket's going to go. How do we want to do this? Because, I mean, technically it'll, like, thrust against this plate, which I guess is fine. But I'm wondering if we can even get away with something like this, where we have this guy. Nope, not that color. There we go. Like this. And if that helps the rocket sit in place, it'll get us close, and we'll see how that does. So let's go ahead and retract the legs on this guy again, and let's see if we can get him into the pit. I should probably weld up that platform first. Alright, there we go. Nice and welded. Let's get the pieces in here. We might have to create a different lift, though. This guy was struggling. Let's see. Do I have Atmo thrusters? No, I seem to have hydro thrusters on multiple pages for no reason. You know, I might just leave the caution yellow. That doesn't look bad. Alright, let's get this guy down. Alright, no strength on all of those. Yep, there we go. Get it out of the way. I should probably delete that pole out of my way. That's much nicer. We're not dropping to the floor anymore. Do we have enough strength to pick this guy up, though? Okay, it's lifting it. It's struggling a bit, but it's not bad. We'll just take it slow. All right, hold on. We gotta get a picture of that. All right, I gotta delete some nerd poles. I want to get some pictures. You go away. You go away. That's a pretty good shot. Let's adjust the sun a little bit. All right, let's get that field of view back up and let's get this thing in the hole because I'm gonna probably run out of battery. 8 minutes? Yeah, that's not great. All right, well, depending on how I edit, I took out a bunch of scaffolding and stuff out of here so I can get some screenshots because it just looked too cool trying to get this down into the hole. So, now let's get it down here before the battery runs out. Got 6 minutes left, so probably shouldn't have done that, but it looked too cool not to. I am probably going to need to come up with a lifter anyway because we got to have a recovery module to be able to get this guy. Is that leg going to hit? I feel like that leg's going down in the wrong spot. Ah, we're not level. That's our problem. There we go. Level out that way. Can we twist? Press an E. Come on. It's weird how sometimes you have to move to be able to get the gyro to want to pitch. It's really weird. Well, I got 28 minutes of power now that we don't have all that weight on us. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh yeah, we're a little precarious off the side there. That's not great. We should come over to the left more. We're pretty good this way, though. These do absolutely nothing, as I feared. It would be nice to have this guy elevated like this because we got to be able to get the side boosters on, and they're perfectly level with the bottom of this. So like if we put the booster on here, and this guy is touching the floor, then the booster also touches the floor and can potentially scrape, which we don't necessarily want. So how do we want to elevate this and still hit like here? Can we did like a full block. How does Deborah get me down here? That's just rude. Well, that's good to know. Even with the landing gear locked, it likes to move. We're pitched. No, we're turned over here. So that's a thing. Do I need to lock both sides? Please stop moving. Yeah, I think we might need to build this all out of small grids so we can actually get a good clamp on it. Well, all we have to do is we have to hinge on top of the piston here and we can landing gear down to it. So that should be easy enough. All right, let's get the ring and stack it on top. Well, we won't worry about the booster for now, obviously. Just trying to get the height. We're all pitched sideways now, so here. Yeah, and I'm not very level. Oh, there we go. I can actually see down on the inside. That's convenient. All right, level off. Now we can come down. I'm gonna lock you down too, in case you decide to slide across the floor and fall into the hole. Well, we're getting closer to a fully assembled rocket. Let's get another ring projected on here. So let's get a projector here-ish. Where's the projector? I thought oh, it's right there. Let's see. Let's actually bring the projector right here. Why not? I forgot I changed the sun for that screenshot and I never set it back. I guess we're there, technically in the daytime. Hello, sun. Well, without the cargo in there, that looks awfully weird, but we'll get cargo containers in there. It'll look much better. But there is the top of the rocket, which means the habitation module, I guess, is right on top of that. So yes, we do need to actually go up, don't we? Because this is the level for... No, that's the top. Alright, so this is the top of the entry for the sky bridge coming over. I know I tore it out, now I'm putting it back in, but whatever. We're gonna deal with it. So yeah, this guy just barely needs to come up to here to be able to get onto it. That's alright. Well, I'm glad we left that piston. Okay, yeah, it comes up too far, but having that one piston out of there would not have been enough. So, that's alright. We can walk onto here, onto this level, once we get a module built for it. And then this whole thing needs to come down. So let's bring them all down. Yeah, that feels pretty good for a speed. I don't want it to be too fast. Okay, yeah, we should have plenty of space to get a habitation module on here, which is going to be what? Another 1, 2, 3... How tall was this one? This guy is 1, 2, 3 tall, and I think that's all we can really afford to get out of here. 1, 2, 3. We can get... Well, we can get away with 4 tall, I guess, if we wanted to. Alright, the habitation will be at least 3 or 4 blocks tall. We'll go 4. And then the ring is only 1.5. Alright, that's plenty of space to get a whole nother ring on there. And then get a command module on the top of that. So we can come out of each one of these bays and load that guy on. So that is the way. We just gotta figure out this pad to get this guy locked in place. Okay, well, we know that's gonna work. Let's go ahead and get this guy back out of the hole and let's rebuild this platform. Alright, well, apologies for my voice again. I'm sure you guys have picked up that I am sick yet again. Kindergartners, man. They're the worst. Alright, 4 minutes of fuel, 3 minutes of fuel. We got this. Oh, we're drifting. Come on down, buddy. There we go. Unlock. Alright, we got 15 minutes now. Let's go get this guy plugged back in. 14% battery. It's not the worst. Alright, 14% battery. We're alright. Alright, time to redo an elevator platform. Alright, so I was gonna put a hinge on here, and I was wondering if I need to, like, continue the plumbing anywhere. Like if we add a small or a medium head on here. I'm thinking just the medium head is fine. But do I want to continue the plumbing on? But then I realized we don't actually have anywhere to hook up for plumbing onto this guy to refuel it. So that should be a thing. Let's see, is it right here? Yeah, right here. We should probably have some ports built in here so we can actually get some fuel into it. Maybe we can fill up the sub-rocket as well. Yeah, I feel like these guys need their own fuel ports, so like maybe we'll cut that off here and here, and then we'll put in a connector. like that. Right, and then we can push a piston with a connector on it to fuel it up. So that's going to be something we're going to have to consider. So put that on the list of things to do. I don't need to put that much detail into the locks down here, but that looks pretty cool. I like that a lot. Now we have a very stable hinge for our elevator platform. Now we just got to build a thing off of it. We do have plenty of space that I could build a whole nother layer on top, or we could do these, which is what I normally do. Does this fit? Does it allow that? Oh, it does. Well, that's a better option. So how are we going to support the bottom of this? Even with clamps on the side to push it in, we still have to have some type of support. I guess off of here would be the best place to do it. There's a thruster, and then there's that round block, and then this is where the support would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. Okay, so that's where that would push up to support it. We could do something just as simple as this, right? Or and then to lift it up, let's do these on the top here, like this. I'm onto something now, I think. We could catch here and here, and we could technically catch here, but is that block, if it's pushing like that, is that too close to the other booster? I feel like that's too close to the booster. Let's just go the one side and we'll catch that lip. Right, there we go. Something like that, and it will push the rocket upward to get it off the platform, which will help get the boosters on. And then we need something to push the booster sideways when we set it on here, because we should be able to set it on here pretty easily. Like the thruster might be, you know, here, over here, that like this is the center of the thruster, and then we've got to be able to push it back to perfectly center it. So we gotta have something over here. All right, then something like this. We'll structure it off the back as well. Yeah, like a piston could go right here, and we'll put another one over here, and that would push the rocket sideways to get it perfectly centered. So each one of those would push in at the same time to get it to center up. Now let's reverse this down to that ring over there so we know what we're needing to clear and what we don't need to clear. I think I'm coming out a little bit much over there. Oh, we're actually plenty fine. So how do I want to address this?
Meteors inbound.
Yeah, that's not so bad. I don't mind that at all. Again, we would have some type of pusher on it. I'm thinking with this one though, we could probably get away with. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to be like this. That's not going to work. We could just do it like that. That's probably fine. All right, I think that's a good proof of concept. I think we're going to go with that. I might, you know, do something different here because that's kind of ugly. But we got a proof of concept. I'm going to save my voice and I'm going to just go ahead and build this off screen, and we'll be back in a minute. Well, I think that's going to work. It's looking pretty cool and complicated. All right, let's get the rocket in here before we completely weld up the entire platform, just to make sure that it's actually going to work with the mechanisms. Yeah, let's go grab the Langostine and get that guy in there. Oh yeah, that's right. We parked him at the main base. All right, let's unlock the landing gear here. There's one more that we locked, right? Yes. Both of you, bye-bye. All right, let's lift this guy out of here. Oh. We're rocking. We're not even attached yet. What are you doing? And we're sparking. We weren't sparking before. Why are we sparking now? Okay, let's get us nice and aligned. Okay, we're just going to slowly tap C on this one. All right, there. Slowly descend. Probably should retract the legs before we did this. Maybe I'll do that. Put these platforms down here to catch the legs, but we should probably just retract them in, right? So we want it to rest on those thrusters anyway. Yeah, let's pull them in. Where was that control panel? There you are. Landing. Or is it legs? Legs? Legs, there we go. Reverse those. Reverse those, maybe? We appear to be good. It's like we're catching on something, though. That guy? You know what? I'm just gonna drop it. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully I didn't explode anything. Alright, it's in place and it's almost centered, which is pretty good. Alright, let's go consult Kenneth's pinned comment on Discord, because he tells me exactly how far those are offset. Alright, so we want to come in a half a block, which is 25 centimeters, but we got to minus out the offset, which is 3.2 centimeters. Alright, so we actually want the maximum distance here to be 0.2184. That is the number that we're going to go with. Alright, let's move those really slowly. What did I call them? Rocket lift. Alright, alignment pistons, we've got 8 of them, good. Let's go real slow. Let's go 0.1. There we go. It's moving it. And I think we're good. Well, it looks like we could be pushed a little bit more that way, which means we probably got a little bit of a gap. Which means there's probably a little bit of interference with these round blocks. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, is it worth fighting over that much? Probably not. Okay, then these guys need to extend up. Okay, 1 meter gets us touching, but we want to lift it up a little bit more. Is that what we want, is 1.5? Yes, that looks like it. I am surprised that didn't tip over with just one of them. Okay, 0.2 seems alright for that. Alright, 8 of those. Let's go ahead and reverse them. Oop, fell to the hole. Okay, sweet, we got the rocket off the ground. Alright, now we can get the side thrusters on here without having to worry about it scraping along the ground here. Alright, so the thruster pad is actually going to be right here, so we can put another one of these right there. Is what I've been using for where the rocket pads are actually thrusting against. I don't know if these are any stronger. I doubt they're stronger than steel plate, but I'm going to go with it. It works there. I was thinking about blast door, but it won't attach on the underside, so that's a problem. So I don't need these anymore. Now, can I get the booster in here and get it attached? That seems like it might be a challenge, but we might be able to do it. Alright, I got a landing gear stick on here because I'm pretty sure if I grabbed it by the main landing gear there, the back would hit the silo. So we're going to go ahead and grab it with this nerd pull, and then also kind of keep us out of the way of things. We're going to press P. Okay. Oh, we need to retract the legs. That's what we need to do. That's sparking a lot. Please stop sparking. And it actually did. That's okay. Thanks. I really wish I named these the same. I have landing here, and then I'm pretty sure it's leg on the other one. One of these days I'll have the same naming convention. Okay, reverse it up. We're good. Alright, now that's the red side. So that's, ooh, ow. Alright, merge blocks are on. Do I want them on? Probably not. Let's turn them off until we get semi-close. Alright, well, we're still sparking a little bit, but we'll just deal with it. Let's see, am I level? Not quite. There we go. Alright, down the hole. That's looking pretty good. Just over this way a bit. Maybe back. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, this is a little sketchy. And there's a storm. Why is there always a storm? That's looking pretty good right there, right? Well, that's really good right there. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. What I'll do is I'll turn it on real quick, and then maybe I'll grind this guy off real fast so the ship doesn't move things. Let's go ahead and turn you on. There we go, and cut you free. And you jingled a little bit, but I think you're alright. Yeah, everything looks fine. And it merged on.
Fuel low.
Nice. And our fuel is low. Oh, that's not great. Can I get in? Yes. Ooh. Forgot this doesn't have any hydrogen tanks in here to refill my stuff. Okay. Okay, let's land this guy, let's refill, and then we'll inspect.
Fuel low.
I know.
Fuel low.
I know. Fuel's low. Okay, that's really nice. I like it. And it's on there, and we didn't break stuff. Sweet. Let's see, we're gonna turn that one on, and we're good. And then grind this guy away. Alright, well, apparently I wasn't recording. I don't know where I left off. We'll find out in the editing. I did raise this guy up one more block, so now these are at full extensions on the pistons. I redid the heads on this, so they're the armor blocks, so they actually you know, we're hitting this pipe anyway, that didn't really make sense to have them splaying out horizontally. They might as well be vertical. So now they have the armor blocks to kind of match the uprights, and that kind of gets it out of the way of this thruster here. We can actually probably reverse these as well, just to get it to touch the ground. We'll see what it looks like. There we go. Thrusters are on the ground. This is on the ground. Yeah, look at that. We have a rocket that's perfectly just sitting on its own. And then the alignment ones can make sure it's pushed in. Yeah, and there's a little bit of a gap between the alignment ones here. I don't know if I need to give it a little bit more. Yeah, see, like this guy is fine. This guy's actually like in the block. The hitbox is definitely like less than a half a block, so I don't know what that is to actually make the math work out, but we're close enough that it's in there. I'm good with that. I have a feeling we'll probably launch with these legs up, just to, like, you wouldn't put the thruster directly on the ground. You need the thrust exhaust out somewhere. All right, well, let's finish greebling the landing pad here. Let me get some energy, and then we'll greeble it. All right, I got a ring around the side here so we can actually greeble it properly to make sure we have the correct clearances. I think that's probably fine, but let's go ahead and reduce it.
Fuel critical.
Our hydrogen tank is empty here. That's not great. Think we can make it out of the hole fast enough? I think we're gonna have to try. Ooh. Okay, we're good. All right, there we go. There's a good working height. Now we can actually greeble this thing. How's this guy gonna look? Like this? This? Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Those don't align at all. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, I love the hazard, but then it does stuff like this and you just... Why? Why is this a thing? Shouldn't this top portion carry this pattern? It's just cutting it off, so shouldn't that tile all the way across? I guess I don't know how these work, but that feels wrong. Well, I guess we'll just do battered yellow. Because, wow, that's bad. You know, I guess I probably don't need this entire elevator to fill the space. I mean, we've got the rocket on there. It's not getting any larger than it is, but I feel like having walk around space around here will be handy. So we're just going to go with it. All right, well, I'm just going to add random greeble bits, just so it's not all armor panel, and we'll see what it turns out to look like. Well, this is where the SE2 area welder would be really handy, but we'll do it by hand. I gotta wait for my energy to recharge, so let's just get some of it with the old lobster here. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of a pipe. We actually have the tube ones we could do. We could do like this. Yeah, that looks nice. I like that. Actually, we could do one of the curves, couldn't we? We could do like this. No, because I want that gap, because I got the gap here to keep these triangles separated. So I want the gap there. I'll put it here. Let's take that off. That one off. All right, that looks good. I like that a lot. Now what? I guess just more blocks here. Oh, we got a 3x3 square there. We could do something like this with these gray. What those cost? 5 each? Oh, that's not too bad. That's not bad. It breaks it up a little bit. Maybe we'll put something there. I don't know. Oh, we should probably think about putting lights on here too. Maybe we'll have spotlights that shine upward. Of course, those are doing a really good job shining down. We'll see. All right, let's not leave this completely bare. Let's put those across, and then we'll put some grating. There we go. That's nicer. Now it looks like we kind of got a little bit of a step over here. I'm good with that. Now here, you know what? I'm probably going to take those out. They look kind of cool, but I think I've got a better idea. Let's do these blast doors around. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Do I need those? Yeah, probably. Right, this is actually starting to look like an actual launch pad. I'm liking this. Lots of welding though. Area welder would be very nice. Oh, building this in Space Engineers 2 is going to be so nice. Don't have to worry about subgrid changes like this. And just put a big, just be able to put a small piston on top of this big block. It's so nice. I think I've got all the steel plate done. Now I need to get all the tubes. What do you require? Interior plate. All right, well that placement went a lot faster than I thought it was going to. Okay. And then we'll just come back with some construction component and we'll be good. All right, there we go. We got a finished pad. I think that looks really good. I'm really happy with this. This worked out really well. All right, do you think we can pick this guy up? I'm skeptical now with all of it on there, but I want to get it out of there and see if I can spin it around, really just for a screenshot. So let's see if we can lift off. Oh, we can. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll spin you around slowly at 90 degrees. All right, we'll get you to come back down. Oh, it's drifty. Where am I? Feel like I'm good, but I can't see anything. I am not good. I need to come way over here. Now down. All right, we're getting closer. All right, I think it's settled in. I don't think I heard anything break, so that's a good sign. The spotlights are being funky, but that's pretty normal. Probably because I have my lights on the Langostine. They're fighting each other. All right, let's take a look. Did we get it in there? Heck yeah, we did. Look at that. Okay, now that I see it in the dark and it's just those spotlights lighting it up, we definitely need some other spotlights. Let's get some on the bottom here. What if we put the angle ones here? Yellow or not yellow? Probably yellow. That's probably fine. Then this one. All right, I like that a lot. That's pretty moody right there. I'm good. I'm good with that one. Let's grind that off again. I want another screenshot. See how the sun shines in this tunnel. Do we get any sunlight? Not really. We get a little bit right there. All right, let's get the ring on there and make it look even better. Let's see. We can grab it by that. Am I down far enough? I feel like I'm down. I am down. Okay, close enough. We can get just half a meter. There we go. And unlock. Oh no, wait. We're on the connector. Doi. There we go. Ooh, this is really weird in this close of a field of view, but we're gonna stick with it. Looks very cinematic. And on goes the merge block, and we're merged. Now what does that look like? Ooh, that's nice. Yes. All right, well, we'll see how the editing goes, but this is probably a shorter episode with my voice being the way that it is in the flu. So hopefully next episode I can get a little bit more out of my voice and we can get a little bit more progress on either the rocket or the launch tube here. All right, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.
Wake up to the dust, yeah, the sky's still red. 78 suns and he hasn't left yet. In a suit of bright orange, checking every line. Building perfection one block at a time. Move past the names on the neon signs. The community power in the Martian minds. From the heart of the peanut, the factory grows. Where the logic gets loopy and the coffee flows. We don't just build it, we over-design. If it isn't complex, it's a waste of time. Watch the Hemet roll and the tardigrade fly. Climb excavator till the wells run dry. Don't check the labels, don't mind the scroll. We're checking in with Connor Toll in the control room where the typos live. He's got more subgrids than he's got to give. Engineer coffee, stay grounded. Wait, is that spelled right?